community, but definitely the loudest community out there. There's so much positivity. I think rewards has definitely played a part in that. So, um, you know, massive positive effects from that. We've had a lot of requests for, to implement staking, which is more commonly seen with fungible tokens, and more on that later. But yeah, this is, I guess, a sort of like segue into that. For delisting lines, which is essentially the same thing as staking, but it's a bit easier to do. Then you'll get a bonus, a 50% bonus on the rewards payout. So, rewarding holders, which, like we've said at the beginning of the year, that's something that's going to be even more of a core focus for us. So, lazy
Yeah,
line
the other
holders,
thing
fund
too,
holders.
the other thing too with this, guys, is I know sometimes like people can kind of feel unheard in the ideas and feedback, but this came from a lot of community members in ideas and feedback in the Discord. So just to reiterate that, like it's not a black hole where ideas go to die. I mean, it's definitely very useful for the team. It's useful for me as well. I typically go through there a lot. I have like an entire spreadsheet that I compile things. If it's asked multiple times, there's like a whole rated scale system that I have that I then take to Ashen 9. So obviously not everything that goes in ideas and feedback works with our plans, and some things interfere with other things we have going on or will be going on. But yeah, just to let everyone know again, with that, continue to drop any new ideas and feedback inside of that channel as well, because there's a lot of creative minds in our community, and I think this is an example of when those creative minds come together and suggest some good ideas, and the team takes advantage.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. A lot of these things, definitely start off like from the community. Even like I've said it before in the Discord, right? And we'll see this in the roadmap that's coming out end of this month. But even with some of the partners, like some of the connections that have come from the community have really led to some pretty cool things that are going to be happening. That are going to be happening in 2022 for lazy lion holders. So it's definitely really exciting. In terms of rewards, though, if there is any other feedback on this, or any ideas or what else we could be adding, like definitely send it in the chat. Like as Aaron said in the Discord, sorry, in ideas and feedback. Or if we've got a chance at the end, we can bring some people up and go through it that way too. So in terms of the roadmap, so getting onto that. So I don't want to share, like we don't want to share too much about this right now and take away from the hype, but I guess like safe to say, yes, like there will be partners that will be on this roadmap. It won't be all of the partners that we're looking to do things with for the year, but it's safe to say that there will be. It's obviously we need to be careful here of not trying to promise anything here, or it's definitely like not financial advice or anything like that. But I think it's shaping. There are a lot of cool, very very cool things on this. And I guess like one thing that we can share, which we slightly have already, is all of these major events, NFT wise throughout the year, like Lazy Lions will have a presence at that. So all the main events that you can think about, like we will have a presence there, and we are looking to do. We will be doing, things exclusively for Lazy Lion holders as well. So there'll be more on that in the roadmap, and when that releases, we'll be able to share a lot more details too, especially some of the partners who are very keen to do some things with us there. but high level, that's, I guess that's one of the things that we can share that's already been sort of, half leaked, but can confirm.
Yeah, and I think it's what's super cool about, the roadmap for us, like going forward, we wanted to take it very seriously. And, the community has been vocal about, wanting to get as much information as possible from the team when we can do it. So that's something we took into account when we wanted to put this together. But yeah, I mean, one of my favorite things is just the fact that it covers a lot of different stuff. It's not just it's not just one type of thing. There's a lot of different variations of the types of items that are on the roadmap. So yeah, I mean, obviously, we don't want to be the people up here just like just like talking what ifs when no one else knows what's going on. But I'm excited for it. Ash 9, the whole team's excited for it. And I think that it'll be really cool. And what's especially cool is that obviously there's always things that, because of timing wise, it doesn't work out, to be on a roadmap or on any kind of promotional material or stuff. Sometimes there's timing issues with other things. So like Ash said, there's certain things that will be on there, and there's obviously a couple different things that didn't make the deadline, but we got some additional cool things coming as well.
Yeah, so I wasn't planning on speaking too much today. It's 9, by the way. I'm literally like a cough ball, so I'm just trying to host the space. But just to touch on Aaron's comment about the ideas and feedback. So some of the stuff on the roadmap you'll actually see from the ideas and feedback. So yeah, just keep in mind that, like Aaron said, we do definitely read through that, and Aaron does get all those details through to us. We definitely take the feedback into account as well, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just reading some of the chat as well. So definitely at these NFT events throughout the year, like I can confirm, like Lazy Lions will have a presence. So there's no doubt about any of these things. Like this is us saying like Lazy Lions will have a presence at these events. There's more in store. But it's the roadmap's coming out in a couple of weeks. Well, it's definitely coming out this month, so it's pretty obvious. So we can wait to see that, but I think it's going to be very, very exciting. So from that, I think we can start to bring up some holders, have a bit of an AMA. Obviously, with the roadmap, we don't want to share too much on that. I mean, it's going to be coming out soon, right? So we don't want to take away from it, but I think we shared quite a bit right now as well. So I can see a few requests. So Aaron, if you just want to bring people up.
Yep. Yeah, I think we have Nina and Jamie is here. All right, let's go to Nina first, because she was there first, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
If she's still here.
Hello, can you hear me? Hey, excited to be here. Thanks for having me. Love the community. And I think I reached out to you. I just want someone so I can talk about some partnerships, opportunities if you are interested. Who is the best person? I have some cool ideas, including I have one, just a heads up, like one photographer who has like 1 million followers. And I thought it would be cool to do something together, given his passion for wild stuff and also given what we are doing at Token Place.
Yeah, absolutely. So for any partnership ideas, and this has worked out really well, and like thanks to everyone in the community who's who's put us in touch with with brands with you'll see in the roadmap, those of you will probably bring a smile to a lot of faces. But these connections definitely do work. And the usual thing has been to go through. Aaron's been collecting those contacts, so definitely, if it's something you'd like to propose that you think is going to benefit the community, benefit the project, like definitely, love to hear it. Just send the DM to Aaron, either on Aaron, would you prefer like Twitter or just on
Yeah, I
Discord?
mean, Discord is easier to keep track of. Yeah, if you just want to send it to me in Discord, or if it's something that you want to share with the entire community as well. Like I said, feel free to drop it in ideas and feedback. Ping me, tag me in it.
Uh,
But yeah,
I'm gonna
you'll always
I'm gonna
always.
DM you. I think I did before, but let me DM you on Twitter right now so we're connected. Okay, so I'd love to talk to you offline because I have some cool ideas and get you more exposure, maybe with exchanges too, given my role in the industry. But let's take it offline. I appreciate the opportunity to speak to you later.
Yep. Yeah, and
Well,
just so you know, and just so everyone else knows as well, like as you can imagine, like I get a ridiculous amount of DMs, and sometimes I get so many DMs that like on Discord they get lost, and I can't. It's like difficult for me to go back to find them. So if there's ever a time that like you send me something and I don't respond, feel free to just send me a follow up. Just hey, double checking on this.
Listen, I know the drill. Trust me, I'm in the same boat. But I love the community, so I can be very persistent. But I don't want to be arrogant too. But just an idea. Like as I said, I had one guy who has, millions of followers, and he said, "Hey, if I can get like a line with like a camera and something, and I can attract such a community, just outside of." Crypto native world, but also many photographers are getting into NFT. So this is like an NFT ready, right, community to go as well, and other ideas. But I don't want to steal any time here, So we'll talk later. I already reached out to you. I appreciate it again.
Absolutely.
awesome.
Thanks for.
Appreciate having you up, Queen. Yeah, Discord with the DMs. I mean, great. Good platform for connecting the community. But yeah, those DMs with all the spam and stuff, it is really hard. Um, just reading some in the chat as well. So we're looking at the Discord chat. So if there is anything you wanted to mention, but you don't want to come up on stage, which is totally fine. Like we'll be reading the chat there. I do want to mention, as we've been talking to partners and stuff, and we've been saving, obviously the bulk for this. I've like we've seen the feedback on collectibles. Like just to reiterate on that last run, the Christmas run, just to like point out the significance of this, right? Like that Christmas run that we did, I mean, it lasted less than 2 weeks, and we had 90,000 Ethereum/Polygon accounts connect to the dapp. Like, I just want to make sure we're all aware of how significant that is. 90,000 users in general, in 2 weeks. Okay, it's not millions, but that's still quite a bit. But we're not talking about just accounts. We're talking about people who literally have a Web3 MetaMask probably wallet that have connected to this dapp. Right, that's a lot. When you think about, I mean, look at OpenSea, right? It's got 1 million users, and we literally added 90,000 people with wallets in 2 weeks, right? And everybody saw this. Yes, there were a lot of people coming in. I know it looked like bots. No, they were just real users. Yes, they were trying to get the freebies and stuff, but it's still 90,000 people, and that went. It was in Brazil, Russia, China. So there's a lot of significance in that. Just a straight lazy lions run. There was no partner on that collectibles dapp, and it generated that much noise. So as we've been speaking with partners, and this was the intention from the beginning, right? It fills that need of these potential partners who want to do a drop together, and it's a very common thing that we get. It's, hey, like, Ash guys, like, we'd love to do some kind of drop. Obviously, like, we know that we don't want to be doing, multiple drops if they don't provide value to lazy lion holders. You have to be careful with that. So this allows us to do a drop. Yes, it's on Polygon, but it doesn't take away the value from the original lazy lions. Right? But then it still allows us to do token drops and even add prizes and other things like that. So, and you guys will see when, as we, announce the roadmap, and later in the year, as we do more of these collectible runs, you guys will see exactly what we mean by that.
Yeah. I mean, I think for me personally, like I really enjoy like the amount of new people who come in and are genuinely curious, and the fact that we had to set up so many foreign language channels inside of the Discord just because of the last run was super bullish for me. Jamie,
sorry, I just had a
go ahead.
A question about the ROARwards, how it works when you're using cold storage.
Mm-hmm.
If you transfer your lions to a ledger or another cold wallet, how does that work in terms of syncing up for the ROARwards?
Yeah, sure thing. So if you're using, like, my cold storage, it's on a hardware wallet, right? That you just, like a vault that you just try and not use much. So like if it's on that, I mean, you can still connect to dapps and like to MetaMask or whatever other like interface you're using. So you just connect to rewards that way, and make sure it's connected to the right Twitter account, the right Discord account, and then just go through the requirements. But it shouldn't be any different to a hardware wallet. But good on you, I guess, for getting a hardware. It shouldn't be any different to a software wallet, I should say. But good on you for getting a hardware wallet and securing those assets.
So Whiskey, did that answer your question? Because like if you hold like multiple lions and multiple wallets, you can't have them connected to like obviously Discord twice or Twitter. So you would kind of need them in one spot.
Got it. Yeah, I'm gonna go figure out how to connect that tonight before ROARwards tomorrow.
Cool. And I think we have is it Jamie or is it Jaime? And literally as soon as I said that, they disappeared. Oh man. Well, Asher9, Aaron, it is always great to hear your voices. So chatting in Discord is fantastic, but doing this is the way to be. This is the way you connect with people and make lasting relationships. I love this. And Aaron, thank you so much for all the hard work you do in Discord all the time. You are honestly a rock star, and I know that everybody that comes in there appreciates your hard work as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Sensei, it's always good to have you on the spaces.
I love being here. I'm just so passionate about this project. I tell everybody about it. So, I mean, if there's one project that can resonate with a lot of good quality people, this is one. I mean, what I preach, lions equal love, and I try to spread that everywhere in this space. And I think that's something our community does at large. So we're all about education, bringing in new people. And I think that's something our dapp did wonderfully. You brought all these people learning about Web3 and they're new to it, and you're giving out free NFTs and getting them exposure to this. And, us creating all those channels for people that speak different languages was just something incredible to see, from a project like this. So I know the one thing I cannot wait for is our in real life events. I know that this project will explode, especially with all our crazy cool merch we've got now. I mean, I love what you guys put out. I mean, I was super excited to get mine. It looks fresh. It's obviously my colors. I love black and white, so I'm all about it.
And of course, and it's probably the COVID that's probably dampening my excitement with this. But there's so much. It's first off, it's good to hear your voice and everyone else's voices after the new year. And I'm super excited for the fact that we're going to be doing this. On a regular cadence, every couple of weeks, we can just all catch up on Twitter Spaces. I think this is an avenue that's worked out so well for us. But the team was up until New Year's, we were just, planning out, in detail what we were going to, like what 2022 looks like, and, all the other kind of stuff. But like seeing everybody with the merch and, posting it online, I think is super cool. The events, like we said, like that's one thing that we're happy to share in advance, but that like Lazy Lions having a presence at all the major NFT events and some. So just wait for that, and that's something we're going to be doing with partners. So, but I won't spoil anymore. But I think that's going to be super exciting. I think we're. I was watching this good YouTube video by Giancarlo. He's got some really good videos, but I think it was interesting just in terms of like the top NFT collections. I think because like Lazy Lions, obviously, we're one of the top collections. It's what, top 20, I think, profile photo, which is amazing to see, in a short period of times, and like that's congrats to everyone involved. Like absolutely everybody, the community, the team, like congrats to everyone. But it was funny looking at it. I think we're one of the few anonymous teams besides Bored Apes, and like, not that we have like, not that we're going to be like ninjas forever, and no one's ever going to know. But I think these events, it'll be great to just meet everyone in real life and and celebrate and all the other stuff that we have there. And it's not just going to be these events. I think we'll have opportunities to catch up with and meet everyone. Maybe I shouldn't finish that sentence. I think I'm actually revealing too much. So let's wait until the end of this month. But yeah, super excited.
Hey guys, I have a couple questions for you. What's up, kings and queens? Is the new website launch dependent on the roadmap, or are you guys going to launch that separate of the roadmap? Is my first question. Second question is, how big is the team now? Like, how many people are like on the payroll? And is that going to expand in 2022? I would imagine it probably is. As far as the metaverse is concerned, like how's progress going in the metaverse? Are we going to build that all out in-house, or are we going to do any like third-party like game developer like work on the metaverse? And then as far as the collabs, and I know it's in the roadmap, but can you tease any industry partnerships, like just what industry they're from, or is that just too much information? That's all I have. Great progress, everyone, and thanks for this call tonight.
King, good to have you. A few questions there, so if I forget anything, I'm sure you'll let me know. So the first one was the website. So yes, the website's going to be released at the same time as the roadmap. So it's the first question. The I've got COVID brain. So what was the second question?
The size of the team, like how many guys are, how many people are working on the team right now?
Yeah. So Nine can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're at around 15, and like.
I think you cut out.
I just got rugged by a call. So around there, but yes, like we are looking to bring on some resources that we're covered, so we're pretty good for, and like we also have obviously like an agency that we work with too. But we're pretty comfortable with that, and like quite a bit is in the Discord as well. Like you've seen them, like we've got full-time, like community managers, and they do amazing, as well as the tech support. So quite a bit is in there, which is great, because obviously like the community is the most important parts of the project, right? Like literally, it's one of our core values. The community is the project's the community. So putting a lot of resources there to make sure that the Discord vibes are maintained, and anything that shouldn't be said, and any spam and that kind of stuff that could dampen it is being dealt with is super important to us. So you can see that by like the resource dedication too. King, you're gonna have to help me out. What was the question after that?
Yeah. And so then I asked about the metaverse and the progress in the metaverse, and if we're going to just build out the metaverse in-house, or are we going to use a third party to help build that?
Yeah, sure. So it's a mix, but majority of like with Sandbox, for example, and any other metaverses, like we are in talks with agencies to build that out. It's the logical thing to do, I think. Rather than trying to bring in in-house resources to go build out Sandbox, because it's multiple different things. So We're speaking with some pretty cool agencies. One for Sandbox is pretty much almost there. So, and as other metaverses, come up and it makes sense, like we look into the relevant like expertise in that area too.
And then actually that also, as far as marketing is concerned, I know you had said that we're going to be working with an agency. So when does that officially like launch, and like what are their roles and responsibilities going to be? Like, are they going to do like email newsletters to the owners and maybe prospective emails to people that have signed up in the Discord but haven't purchased, and just stuff like that, and maybe like press releases and all that good stuff?
Yeah, so less press releases, more earned media. So expect to see a lot more of that, particularly with the roadmap. And I think it'll make a lot more sense once this roadmap is out. Like there's a lot of news, and I think that's probably one thing that we, looking back at it, reflecting on like 21, like with all the great things that I think came out, because it's very easy for, to diminish some of the updates that have come out, right? Just like with anything. But, obviously like rewards had such a tremendous like positive effect on Lazy Lions, right? And even the collectibles dapp, going back to it, like 90,000 unique Ethereum wallets that have connected to a dapp is, it's almost insane in like that short period of time, right? Non-branded. So just, it makes you think like, what's going to happen when we do, a co-branded collectibles dapp release with one of our partners, right? So, those are all things that, are deserving of media. So that's something moving forward, like in 2022, expect to see a lot more of that. But like in addition, yes, obviously social media as well. So expanding to, Instagram and TikTok. That's, TikTok there's no presence on as of yet, but as we saw with the collectibles dapp again, right? Like we had community members who released, I think there was one video by Dutsky, and that went pretty much viral. So expect to see Lazy Lions more on TikTok and on Instagram too.
Cool, man. That's all I had. Awesome work. Cannot wait for the roadmap. It's gonna be really exciting. Thanks a lot.
Cheers, Ken.
Jay, absolutely great to hear from you. I loved all the questions you have. I love you came up and you just knocked out like 6 questions. You're like, yeah, I think that's all I got. Go. I loved that. So you want to be informed and being a part of this, and I think that's fantastic. So.
And he's a lion. He gets to work. Gets straight to it. Question from the chat.
We have
Hard Rock Nick run our TikTok.
Please.
That would take us.
When I first started seeing those, I was like, "Oh my god, is this Froob? Is this what Froob looks like?" So it took me a minute.
Wait, Hard Rock Nick isn't fruit? Is that what you're trying to say?
We're not sure. I cannot confirm or deny. For a while, I also thought he was Dua Lipa. So Froob's a man of mystery, or a woman of mystery.
Absolutely. All right, let's bring on a few more.
Yeah, we have. I think Beat the Odds is up next.
Yeah, I'm up here. I guess more than a question, I want to kind of give some. Okay. I just want to kind of give some comments and feedback as a Lazy Lion holder. I just picked up my second one last week after mentioning a few early on, and I hadn't really joined the Discord until probably about a month ago and really gotten involved. I joined a lot of different communities, and this is one that kind of lets me get involved. You guys might see an event pop up the last few weeks called the Sleepover. I've now, the Lazy Lion is my PFP I picked up last week. It's now the spokesperson for the Sleepover. It kind of works perfectly with Lazy Lions. And last week, we had over 20 Lazy Lions show up in the spaces just to represent the Pride. And out of all of them I'm in, it's kind of the one that actually lets me kind of put my project out there. It's not really even a project. And for those that don't know, the Sleepover is just a 12-hour silent space once a week where you come there. There's no sound at all. You come in, you put a hashtag down, and you get to win shit. We gave away 50 NFTs last week, and out of 300 people that showed up, Again, I think there was roughly like 25 lines just as PFPs. I mean, I don't know how many were there, but out of all the other, I guess, blue chip, all the big projects out there with lots of people, this is the one that actually has a very inclusive Discord. And if you guys have lines and you haven't jumped into the Discord, go check that out. It took me a while, like I minted, but it still took me a couple months to actually get in there and check it out. It's a good community, not just a good PFP, not just a good NFT. So yeah, for all you guys holding and all you guys want to hold, go check it out. Thanks, bud.
Yeah, absolutely, King. And you know, like I would say, like Discord, like it can be intimidating. So like to anyone who does have like a lazy line, and you probably jump into Discord and you're like, you know, what the is this? Like, you know, persevere. Like, jump onto the Lazy Lions website, join our Discord from those links. Just use the official links, or on OpenSea as well. You know, jump in, you know, just verify, and then just say hello in the general chat, and then just go from there. Like I would say, like I would recommend doing just that. Like just jump in, say hello in general, and just, you know, just take it from there. If you can just get yourself to just send that one message, and then sort of just play around, and, you know, see all the cool stuff that's there.
Yeah, it's super refreshing to hear stuff like that. You know, I mean, I know that it's something that, you know, for everyone who's been around for a while now, you know, it's can kind of you can kind of forget. You can kind of forget how crazy it is in other discords and, you know, certain other projects and stuff. So it's always nice to be reminded of that from, you know, people who, you know, I mean, in your case, wasn't even new, but just new to the Discord. So it's great to hear that, you know, that vibe still exists, and you know, it's something that we worked really hard on as a community to maintain and still currently do, and it's really great to hear that that's still as it's being received as it was all the way back in August.
Yeah, I would agree. I think, you know, of all the crazy spaces and discords there are in Web3 and in NFTs, Lazy Lions Discord feels like a safe space when you go there. So it's a place I go to when I want to ask a question about something that's going on in Web3, or when they drop these new tokens. We have so many smart people. That's my favorite part about it, is just the connections you can make, and the people that are involved in this project are just like some of the best people you could meet anywhere. So that's my favorite part. So jump in. If you're not in there, please get in our Discord. You'll learn something new. You'll make some new friends, and we're all here for you.
All right, Asher, if you're down, let's see if we can get through a couple more of these requests here, these questions. And Keegan, is this Keegan? Are you up?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having the spaces. I'm a big fan of the Twitter spaces. I'm really glad you guys are going to be doing them a little bit more frequent. I do appreciate everything in the Discord as well. I know sometimes information gets a little lost and whatnot, but that's why I really do like talking on the voice channels whenever we can, just to like get a little bit more like you know, get to know everybody and find out what's what. So thanks for that. Couple of quick questions. I think I mentioned it once before in the Discord. I just wanted to make sure. So now that we're gonna have like the 4 of 4 requirements, is that fourth item going to be added on into the user interface, where you know where it like signals that like, yeah, it's like it's a gold section for like your PFP, and then for the like little emoji, and then the background. Like, are you gonna have it for the bungalow now as well, like a fourth thing?
Yeah, so good question. So with the UI, like there's no ATA on that, but I would say, like, rest assured, like if you do have the Twitter banner set as the bungalow, then, you know, that'll be checked off. So, and if there are any issues, like as always with rewards, like we always have a form that's sent out right after, and there's like a couple days to fill it in. So just fill in that form, or and you can follow up with like a support ticket as well, and it'll be sorted out from there. So, but yeah, main thing, if you've got the 4 out of 4 requirements and you're doing it, then you should get your rewards. And just to recap on that as well. So changes to rewards. We've added a 50% bonus if you have diamond paws. That's for the next 2 months. So it's like, we've had a lot of requests for this. It came from the ideas and feedback channel. So I think it's a great idea. It's like staking, but I guess without the added complexity as well. Maybe a little segue. Into maybe what may be coming out in the roadmap later this month. So yeah, 50% bonus for 4 out of 4 requirements, which includes diamond paws.
Okay, cool. So as long as the 3 sections are filled in gold, 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 and then the 4th one is still manual for right now until the user interface is updated. Got it. Okay. The next quick thing, just wondering, because I got my merch, I got a couple sweatshirts and 2 shirts, which are super comfortable. My girlfriend loves them. I love them. I'm getting mine to my brother. It's when I see him this weekend. So super impressed. Really, really liking it. In terms of like other collaborations, I know that you guys had, I think, mentioned or teased something about that. Because I had started thinking more and more, and seeing the new logo, I was like, man, I can really see this in a couple different avenues. Like, has there been any discussion about talking to like any surfing companies, like on surfboards, or any beachwear, any like Quicksilver, or any just like beach affiliated type of companies? Because I know like you guys are down in Australia, and I think surfing's big down there, and I don't know. I'm just wondering, just brainstorming here.
You got to respect this, King. Just try to get some alpha on the roadmap. I think to answer that as well, King. Like what I can say about the roadmap, like in terms of partnerships, like there are team's gonna kill me for this, I think. But anyways, like there are going to be sport related partners on this roadmap.
Got it.
Way to say it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think an easier answer to your question is something that I like to do a lot in the Discord is obviously we have a whole channel for like those ideas. But if anyone has any kind of specific connection to a brand or someone they think would make a good partner, always feel free to reach out to me. I mean, obviously, if we're just throwing around generic ideas,
right?
I mean, it's a great idea to me. I mean, it makes perfect sense. Like the branding makes perfect sense.
Right.
So, I mean, as far as that goes, if it's just being a generic idea, great idea. I love it. But if we're going to get down to like the nitty gritty, and if we have like specific direct connections, then that's going to get us, a little bit further down that path. But all ideas are obviously welcome. And we definitely have explored a lot of different ideas.
I see. Okay. So, all right. So, like, and if I have like a local surf shop here, like, because I'm in San Diego, like, if I want to use my lions that I have and approach them and tell them, I can say, like, hey, you guys want to do like use my lion for like your store brand, like that's perfectly fine too, right?
Yeah. I mean, you own the rights to your lion, as long as you're not using like Lazy Lion logos or branding or anything like that. You can. Not only can you, I encourage people to, because it only makes cool things for yourself, but it also, pushes the overall, look and brand of us to a wider audience.
Yeah,
absolutely.
for sure.
Absolutely. Like that's like Aaron's spot on with that, and like this goes out to everyone, right? Like this is the beauty of it, and we know not every collection
Well,
out
cool.
there does this.
I really appreciate it. I think I'm cutting stepped off here, but definitely appreciate you guys putting the space together, and I'm gonna still try and put the name out there as much as I can. I have like a lion with like a purple background.
Yeah, I think you are cutting out, King. But King, like, great having you up here, and hopefully we see your lion on that surfwear merch soon. But I guess just to expand on that as well, because I think this is really important for everyone to know about this, right? And we're seeing this more and more, and I think we're gonna expect to see a lot more of this, later on in the year too, right? Especially with more brands coming in. Like your lion, like we give you the IP rights to use your, we give it over to you. So, if you want to use your lion in merchandise or, whatever it may be, like go for it. I think we're gonna be expanding on the terms of sale just to make it a bit clearer, because right now it says merchandise, and I know we get questions on that, like what does that actually mean? So we're going to be clarifying it, but essentially we want you to use, it's your IP, your line, you own that. In terms of what I think is not okay, using the word lazy lions and using our logo is not okay. That being said, of course, if you're using our using the Lazy Lions logo and the name and in gifs and photos and stuff like that, it is what it is. But the reason it's a problem is because we don't want it to come across as misleading, right? The worst thing for us is Lazy Lion holders go and buy whatever that merchandise may be because they they're thinking it's an official thing, right? So that's the reason we don't want the logo and the name and all that to be used. And the other thing, which I don't think benefits the community, is when we see traits being broken up and then created into another NFT collection. I think those things really cross the borderline of what is okay and what isn't okay. We would definitely discourage that, creating other NFT collections that rip off the traits of your lion and then change them around, which we don't see that that doesn't come up. But again, it's just one of those things that comes across as very confusing, and it can be misleading as well. So if it's not misleading, it's not confusing, then go for it. Definitely encourage you to use your line, and if you do and you come up with innovative ways, let us know. Tag the main account, it'll get retweeted, you get more exposure as well. So yeah, a lot of positivity there.
Lazy Dash, what's up?
Oh, that was me. I actually came up originally to ask the question about the bungalow as well, but I also just wanted to say what an amazing community you guys have been. I mean, I came into the NFT space. You guys were so welcoming in the Discord, which I was in for a ton of time. Now I've mainly come out onto Twitter, but just the engagement and involvement with everybody in the community has been just phenomenal. I think you guys are right now, before I got a lion, that was the community I was looking to get into. You guys have always been up there, and unfortunately, I mean, you guys, we won't be an affordable blue chip very much longer, obviously, because we're going moon high. But anyways, I just wanted to thank everyone in the community that's made my Twitter experience and Web3 experience just incredible. So thank you for that.
Hey guys,
love that, King. Great to hear that, King. And I definitely encourage anyone who's on the edge, maybe are new to NFTs, jump into the Discord. The community is extremely welcoming. That's part of our ethos. So great to hear that experience.
Hi, this is Sandy, and I would love to propose that we, as Lazy Lions, do something special for International Women's Day, which is coming up on March the 8th. And I'll volunteer to help organize it if anybody else is interested.
Yeah, I think that's a really
100%.
great idea, Sandy. I think we'd be happy to help out. I want to introduce myself. I'm Tom. I just wanted to give a shout out to somebody that just joined the Lazy Lions crew, number 2755. Really very beautiful lion. Wanted to thank you guys for having me as a speaker. We pinned the tweet at the top with the Lazy Lions, and we're excited to have him on board. Guys, if you can show him some love, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, back to you, Sandy. Yeah, I think that's a really great idea. I mean, I would suggest let's try to get together as the community and come up with some great ideas. I know there's a lot of queens inside of the Discord, so I don't know the best way to come together. I don't know, Sandy, if you're inside the Discord yet or not.
Yeah, I just joined the Discord, so I can raise it there and see if we can get a group of us together to plan something out. I think that would be amazing.
Yeah, definitely, Queen. I 100% agree with you. So yeah, let's after this space, let's definitely talk about organizing something there.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Great having you up, Queen.
King, how you guys doing?
The king himself. Happy birthday.
Thanks, Asher.
Happy birthday, DJ.
Happy birthday.
We're in 2022. You guys excited?
Absolutely excited. And how cool is it that on your birthday you want to be spending it with us? I mean, I think that shows how cool we are, right? I mean, the fact that you are here on your birthday spending your time with your Lazy Lion friends, that means a lot to me and I'm sure to all of us. So happy birthday, DJC.
King, thank you. No, the Lions have been a big part of my last 6 months. You guys are family now, so I wanted to spend some time with you. This is our first spaces of 2022. So, we've got a lot of exciting things and I definitely wanted to kind of be a part of that. And I'm going to be celebrating tomorrow. I'm going to the Bulls game. And so not really celebrating today for my birthday. So definitely, the first thing I wanted to ask and like probably the most important question for today is like you posted a full moon. What does that mean? The emoji that you posted the other day on Lazy Lion's Twitter.
We don't want to okay, no, this one I can't say much about because it's but I think it's a cheeky little message. But you'll see in the roadmap. I think it'll be very clear. And maybe someone, other than us may or may not post something about it. You'll see it. It'll be very clear in the roadmap that's coming out later this month.
Do we need spacesuits?
I think you have one, don't you, DJC?
I do. I just want to make sure that everybody else knows. Do we need spacesuits? So you want to be prepared because last time the exclusive merchandise, I've got my lazy hat here. So I just try to make sure that, if anybody else needs to grab spacesuits.
I can't say it's not for exclusive merch, so don't need to worry about it.
You know what? There's always one guy in every single spaces. Like, no doubt DJC probably owns like 80, like 80 of those ones. So just pump in his bags. No, we'll see in the roadmap in a couple of weeks.
Cool. Okay, so a couple questions from the community about the diamond paws. One of them, this is from Firefly. He had a spaces going on yesterday, and we know he owns 117 lions, so we all wish we were him. But he was asking about the qualifications for the 404. How you guys are going to be taking that snapshot, and does he need to worry if he ever moves a lion from one wallet to another, or if he does a private sale, so he never actually lists the lion, but somebody, let's say they give him a wreath offer he can't turn down, like 100 ETH. Can he accept that, and is that going to break the diamond paws? So just a little bit more clarity on it, without giving too much away, so people can play a game and kind of get around what you guys are trying to do. But are you guys going to release more details on that, or can you just speak on that now?
Yeah, I mean, what's worked really well for us, just so it's not gamed and that kind of stuff, and we don't have to put extra resources into it, is if you're doing the right thing and you have those things active for the entire duration, then you'll get it. And if there's ever any issues, send us a support ticket, and then we'll look into those individual cases. I would say if it is being sold even on a private transfer, I think that sort of breaks the whole point of diamond paws, right? And so you'd probably just miss out on that. But I mean, if it's for a private sale for 100 ETH, it's probably worth it anyways, right? So it's not going to be that big of a deal. But I would say just to keep it simple, keep it on for the entire duration. If I think moving to a hardware wallet, things like that would break it. But in that case, then you can always fill in a support ticket. But at the end of the day, guys, I mean, I think there's been $1 million, $1 million USD that's been sent out in rewards, and with what we've got, planned with partners, in 2022. The goal is not to make sure that Lazy Lion holders don't get their rewards. We want to give it out as much as we can. It's all about the community. So But at the same time, we just want to make sure it's, it's for the right, it's for the things that are going to help the project, right? And rewards, the way it's set up, helps the project. So if you're doing the right thing, you'll get it. Any issues, got the support team in Discord.
Okay. And then with that kind of, I know we're going to be doing that extra 50% bonus for the next 2 months of the payouts for February and March. Is there any specific reason for that you can share? Is that going to be on the roadmap? Or is that this just more of like a trial period and we just want to test out kind of how it's going to work and then kind of evaluate from there?
A bit of both, but I would say definitely roadmap will answer a lot of that, I think.
Cool.
Yeah.
I know you guys don't want to talk about the roadmap, so I'm just going to ask a couple questions that have been kind of coming up in the community and just more around strategy.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one is around marketing. I know we always get win marketing, all day long. And I know you guys have been talking about, an agency and working with a different, PR and different things like that. So it's good to hear that that's coming into play. I guess the question really, I guess for the team and for the community is like, what should we expect? I know you mentioned TikTok and more presence that we want to have in Twitter and social. But when are they officially kicking in? Have they already, the agency already started to kick in? Is there any details that we'll get formally, about who the agency is, or if they're going to be coming into the Discord and participating with us, or is it just going to be more kind of behind the scenes?
They wouldn't be in the Discord participating. I don't think that's probably the best use of time and stuff, right? Like we need them doing the things that we need them to do, right? But I would say main thing, obviously it's digital strategy, and the things that we have coming up on the roadmap, plus the things that we've already said. So those events, a lot more earned media, I could say that, compared to just press releases and things. That would probably be the short summary of it.
Okay. And then for the roadmap itself, I know you've always said that it's always going to be your thought process is more of an evolving roadmap. And then we kind of pushed the 30-day period of when you guys were originally going to release it out. And now you guys want to release more of a full roadmap. I guess how fluid, whenever you do release the roadmap, how fluid is that roadmap? How structured is it going to be? Is it going to be timeline based? Are they just going to be things that you're just going to tell us, here's all the things we're going to do in the year? Or is it going to be more structured in form of here are the things you can expect in kind of this time period? Because I know a lot of questions people had about the last roadmap is, for example, something small was the merch was supposed to be the second or third thing and it didn't happen until, the second to last thing, or, kind of the timeline of when things were released from the last roadmap were a little bit different. And then you guys released a ton of stuff that weren't originally part of the roadmap, right? So is that still going to be the case of this roadmap? Is it still going to be kind of more of a fluid roadmap, or is it going to be very structured and rigid?
Yeah, no, good question. So in terms of sorry, Aaron, did I cut you off?
Yeah, no, I mean, I was just going to jump in real quick. I mean, I think the easiest answer is we've talked about it before. It's going to be kind of a less rigid, formal style and something that's more fluid and ever evolving. I mean, there's plenty of things that we, did on this past year that wasn't originally intended. And, I mean, there's other communities and other projects that do things similar. And I think, being open to changing things up, especially with lazy votes, new things come in and out all the time. So I think everyone will kind of see when the roadmap comes out that it's definitely a more fun, fluid style, ever evolving roadmap, and something that's less rigid than what we're used to.
Yeah.
So that would be my answer there.
Yeah, pretty much that, right? We added, like you said, we added things that weren't even on the roadmap. And the main thing is we're always going to do what's best for the project, right? The project is the most important thing. And one of our core values is the project's the community, the community's the project, right? And that's what, that's how, that's the bet that we made at the beginning of the project, which is, paid off tremendously, right? And and how established Lazy Lions now is. And you can see that even through, traded volume being, top 20 and all that. So with profile photo collections anyway. So this roadmap will be for 2022, but of course, the NFT space moves so quickly, right? And as things change and we want to add more things in, we won't be afraid to do that. But when we're confident in our plans, we stick to it. We know what we've got our vision. And we're building towards that, and we ignore the noise, just as we saw last year. There was a lot of pressure, right? On the whole NFT community to release a token. I think there was a period where everyone was just token. You need to drop a token. I remember getting so many DMs with people saying Ash, you are insane if you don't release a token. You need to release a token. This, and I was just if it doesn't align with our beliefs and what we our vision for this project and what we want to do, we're not going to do it. And it's you can try and pressure us as much as we are. We're lions. We're all lions here. We don't give a shit. So releasing a token last year was not the right thing to do for the community. It would have hurt a lot of people. So we didn't do it. Right? We didn't do it, and I'm super glad that we stuck by that. Last year wasn't the right time.
Yeah.
We'll probably end the space on that with probably a big hint. So, and I think it's at the hour mark now, so we should probably look at wrapping up this call.
Yeah, I was just gonna say if anybody else, I know that there was a couple requests that didn't get to come through. If you guys want to pop your questions inside of Discord, feel free to tag me, Asher9, and we can try to answer any questions that were missed. But yeah, I mean, as always, I think that every time I personally, get to listen to the community and everyone chat, like B Noted said earlier, it really makes me value what we have here, and I appreciate everyone and everyone's hard work. I know roaring on Twitter is not easy, and I know that sometimes emotions can run high because, like Ash said, we're all lions, we're all kings and queens, and we only want the best for our project. So just want to thank everyone again, and like I said, if we missed you today, just throw your questions in Discord, and we will be having these every 2 weeks.
Aaron, are these going to be the same time every 2 weeks? Is this going to be a cadence now, or is it going to be different?
I think we'll just answer for with Aaron as well, because I know we're getting feedback, particularly from UK, about about it being not an appropriate time for them. So it's something we're looking at internally about what time slots can we do and what makes sense to the team. So I think we'll probably, Aaron, we'll send out an update on that. But I think the main goal is to try and keep it consistent. Yeah, to definitely this day. But yeah, with that, kings, queens, absolutely amazing hearing everyone's voice as well after the New Year break, and yeah, it's super excited for this year.
Don't forget, guys, tomorrow's rewards, a couple weeks away. We have the roadmap, so moon soon.
No doubt. Thank you all again. Have a wonderful night. And thank you, everyone, for joining. And yes, like Aaron said, please jump in Discord. Ask us anything. We're here to support you and answer your questions.
And keep the roars going, boys. Let's go. Shout out Lazy Mike, all the NFTs, Captain. So excited to be part of the gang. And the devs, you guys are awesome. Let's go.
Bye, guys.
Peace, guys.